We are back on SpongeBob Tower Defense, and with the two newest prismatics that they just added, I figured it was only fair that we get a full proper test of who is better, the two original prismatics or the two newest prismatics. So I'm here in the dev testing server, and we do have every unit that we do need for this. We have a shiny Wumbo maxed out without the levels, but superstar, Blackjack SquarePants. We have a Snow Sponge, we have a Sticky Fins, and we also have the SquarePants. And we're going to be doing full testing runs. We're going to run the Blackjack SquarePants and the Sticky Fins together, and then we're going to have the Snow Sponge and the SquarePants together. Before we get into the testing though, you guys let me know, take your guesses down below in the comments. Which side do you think is going to win, the newer side or the older side? I personally think that the SquarePants and the Snow Sponge are going to take the cake today, but we'll have to see when we test it for ourselves. Now, I will be bringing all of these pets with me. I'll be bringing the max pets because most of you guys will have some good pets. It's not going to be a no pet for you guys. So we'll just give the maximum effort that we can, and let's go ahead and start equipping the team. We will leave the older ones for right now, so let's go ahead and equip the Snow Sponge and let's equip the SquarePants, and we'll leave those newer ones for a little bit later. But we have to start with boss battles. Now, I am going to load us into a Sticky Fins tier 5, and that is the hardest boss, so we should be able to get a full effort out of this. My guess is that both of these teams are probably going to take about 5 to 6 seconds. So we're loaded up into Sticky Fins 5. Let's go ahead and start this wave. We do have Sea Bear and Secret Formula for every single one of the units, and it's looking like it's about a 6-second time, maybe even 7 seconds. 6 seconds. So 6 seconds in total for the Snow Sponge and the SquarePants. Let's go ahead and try with the other two units. Let's go ahead and swap the team. We got to remove the Snow Sponge. We got to remove the SquarePants. And we have to equip the Blackjack SquarePants. We have to equip the Sticky Fins. Now, something's telling me that in the boss battles, these two units are actually going to perform a little bit better. I think the Endless is where the other two are going to take over. This one we should definitely be able to beat in 6 seconds. But what do I know? For all I know, I'm going to be completely mistaken, and this is going to be like a 10-second run. Maybe I'm just underestimating how good the old prismatics are, but let's go ahead and start this wave. We're in Sticky Fins 5 yet again. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe I accidentally loaded us in the wrong one. No unfair runs. So now we're loaded up in Sticky Fins 5. Let's go ahead and try this one more time. That looks like the right amount of damage. Now, are these units faster? I think they're just slightly faster. Oh my, not even slightly. I think that was 4 seconds. Oh my god, wait, they carry. So Sticky Fins and Blackjack are way better for boss battles than the other two. Now, I don't know if we were to do individual testing, it might be a little bit different, but together as a duo, these two are much better. And I mean like 33% better. So surprisingly, these two take the cake for the boss battles. That means I'm going to go ahead and equip the Snow Sponge and the SquarePants again, and we're going to go into Endless and see if these two can finally take back the lead. I think Endless is a much better showing for these next two units, but I definitely think that boss battles is a much better thing to grind. So having the other two units are clearly a better win for you guys. But let's go ahead and test this in Endless. So we're loaded up into Con Street Endless. Let's go ahead and 7x this thing. I do have pets that will hopefully be able to keep up right now until I have enough to place one of these prismatics. If not, I'll go ahead and grab a money farm. Because if you guys didn't know, pets don't give you coins for anything that you take out, unfortunately. That's why my coin amount is not going up. We just have to hope that we get enough skip waves to where we can place 6,500 coins. But it looks like we got enough, and we got to place these SquarePants first. Let's go ahead and set this thing to last, and we should be good to go ahead and set up the rest of our units. So I don't know if it was always like this, but I don't remember being able to place 6 of these things. I remember only being able to place 5 in a row, and then you kind of had to place the 6th one off to the side, but we managed to get all 6 in the line. So we have every SquarePants placed to the best of our ability. Now we just got to place our Snow Sponges. The good part about these, though, is that because they are splash, we could just go ahead and probably place these wherever. I'm actually going to try and keep them towards the front, just that way it doesn't take as long for the animation to travel. And this should be number 6 right here. Boom. Now we have every unit placed. Now it's just a waiting game to see how long it takes. I'll be back in maybe around, I'm thinking like 900, 950, because they did buff this big time. I know I keep saying that like every testing video now, but I have no idea what the waves are actually supposed to look like now. How could I almost forget to show you guys the stats though? Wait, before we wait till the later waves, we got to go ahead and get the stats. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Snow Sponge first. It starts out at 169 million damage on a 0 SPA and 283 range. If we upgrade this all the way to max, it's doing 221 million damage, almost 222 million, 0 SPA and 336 range. That's absolutely insane. I think that's the highest damage numbers out of any of them, aside from the square pants, because what is this? 216 million damage, 0 SPA, and 264 range. If we max this thing out, it's doing almost 300 million. Look at this. This is crazy. 284 million damage, 0 SPA, and 313 range. Now we'll be back until it starts to get a little bit difficult. So we are back plenty of waves better, and it is 866 right now. And so far, the bosses are actually starting to make a little bit of progress, but not a lot. Of course, we don't have slowing here, and I think if we did, it would be absolutely insane. But here comes a boss dirty bubble, and as you guys can see, that is starting to make a little bit of progress, so maybe we'll see an end soon, but maybe we hit that 1,000 mark with just these 2 units. The longer I sit here, though, the more I want to run a third run after the next one, because I want to do a run with all 4 prismatic units and a Dream Gary for slowing. So just to see how far the prismatics can really get, I think that it could easily hit 1,200 with all 4. It does also look like the square pants is getting outperformed by the snow sponge by a big amount. It's almost about double the amount. It might even be double the amount by the time that we finish. So I'll have to keep that in mind when we do place for the last run, because we do have 2 line units. So I'll probably place the other line unit, Sticky Fins, right here, and then place the square pants behind it. So we have a bunch of speedy anchovies coming through. We got some big slow anchovies. We got a little bit of everything coming through right now, and it's only wave 925. For some reason, the jump between being all the way at the front to all the way at the back leaking is like only 30 waves now. So we are probably going to leak to both of these slow anchovies, and I think this is the end. 924 is going to be the final score for the snow sponge and the square pants, but of course we have to run this back and we have to try with the 2 new units. We are back on Con Street. Let's go ahead and 7x this thing. Let's make sure we have our pets in a place where we can have a starter, and I'm going to go ahead and place, I think, the Sticky Fins first because it is a line. Because the blackjack is a single hit, I'm going to have to go ahead and place these as close to right here as possible. I think that's going to be the best option. So I'm almost at enough. Let me go ahead and get ready to place these Sticky Fins, and it's so nice how small of a placement this thing is. Why couldn't the square pants have been like this? So we got all the Sticky Fins down, and look at how nice and neat they are compared to the square pants that were all the way back there. But let's go ahead and place all of our blackjacks now, and like I said, we're going to try and place them as close to the front as possible, so I think right here is probably a best bet. That is all of our units placed down, and now we just got a waiting game. We have to wait until we get to a lot further, but we do have to wait for some cash as well, so that way we can hit these upgrades. I'm pretty sure I need 90,000 per prismatic. So we've got enough bread now. Let's go ahead and upgrade this blackjack square pants first, and he's doing 72 million off the rip on a 0 SPA and 288 range. If we max this thing out, though, it's 94, almost 95 million damage, 0 SPA, and 342 range. I think a lot of the time we do kind of flush past the 342 range. I don't think people realize how insane that range is. Look at how far it's going all the way out there. We could basically cover a second map. But let's go ahead and upgrade this Sticky Fins, and this thing's doing 173 million, 0 SPA, and 264 range. If we max this thing out, this thing's doing 227 million damage, 0 SPA, and 313 range. Let's get to waiting now. But while we wait, there is some absolute insane leaks that I have for you guys. I'm going to pop them up on the screen right now. I have been given permission to speculate on what I think these are. And on the left over here, I'm pretty sure we have some form of XP potion. I'm assuming it's going to be better than any type of food that we have, especially if they're making this in a limited time potion shop. If you guys didn't know, they are planning on dropping that over the weekend on Thursday. And we're going to have a bunch of exclusive stuff. And this is one of the potions right here. I'm pretty sure it's an XP potion. Of course, in the middle, we do have a star potion. And I think that's a little self-explanatory. I think there's no way that that's anything other than starring up your units. And I would assume that it is to max it out or to just give it 1 star. Either way, it is absolutely sick. And this is something that we've all been asking for a long time. Unfortunately, it is only limited, so you guys are gonna have to be on the money. You guys have to be on time, and make sure you get as many as you guys can, because on the right we also have a shiny Wumbo exotic potion. My guess was correct. We are getting a shiny Wumbo potion. It was a little too obvious when they said a potion shop, because how do you do a potion shop and not have an exotic potion in it? Absolutely insane leaks. I'm super excited, even more excited than I was before, and they also gave a little bit of index leaks. If you guys take a look at these screenshots right here, it looks like they are changing up the index a little bit, and they're going to be making it to where everything is blacked out until you obtain each one. So there's a shiny and there's a wumbo, and that will fill in once you get shiny and wumbo. But they also have a superstar, which means my journey is almost completely restarted, because now we have to go hunting for every single superstar unit, and my index is no longer maxed. What a grind it's going to be. So much content that is ready to happen. We even got a little bit of a leak on the cards. Not a full leak. We don't even know how many cards we're getting, but we do have a little bit of the PNG of what it's going to look like in the index. I'm not sure if that's intentional. I hope I don't get in trouble, but I did get permission to show all of this off. What do you guys think about this new index? What do you guys think about these new leaks? I think they're absolutely insane. I think out of a 10, I'd have to rate it a 10. Actually, no, let me take that back. I rated a 9 because that one for me having to restart my index all over again. But we'll be back when this does start to pick up a little bit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those leaks. And we'll be back probably around 900. So it's wave 843, and they're starting to pick up actually quite a bit. I can't be confident on if I could say that these are going to be worse or better, but I'm actually pretty sure these are going to be a little bit worse. I think they're going to end before 900. You guys can see it here. The anchovies are already starting to get through. Oh, but I forgot to upgrade all my units. Oh, I almost trolled. Let me go ahead and put last on all of these, and let's go ahead and try and catch up with all of these. That was almost a mega troll. I forgot I got distracted while trying to show off all of the leaks. So, oh, that doesn't matter where I put this. We got to put this on first, and let's just go ahead and upgrade everything. Oh, I almost mega trolled. Thank goodness that I saw that last second. We should be able to beat it then. Oh my. I really thought the old Prismatics were going to take the cake today. The difference is definitely there. You can see it. Now they're barely even hitting the corner. The question is, are we going to have any slow anchovy leaks? Are we going to have speedy anchovy leaks? It looks like we're still taking on pretty strong. Here goes the dirty bubble, and look at how close it is. I think it's going to end about right here without all of the lag. I don't know why it's lagging so much. It looks like we might leak to these speedies. No, we managed to take them out last second, so we might hit 900 without any leaks. Just depends on how fast we could take out the rest of these bosses. This dirty bubble went down pretty far. I'm thinking it might be in the same exact area. Here comes the dirty bubble for the 900 wave, and it looks like we managed to take it out before we have any leaks. So I think we might be able to beat by just a few waves. I'll go ahead and be back when we do take our very first leak. Oh no, it looks like I might leak to regular big anchovies. Those are our first leaks. Oh my. Uh-oh, this is going to be the end right here, I think. There's no way. We took out the dirty bubble, but we didn't take out the big slow anchovies. We died out at 910, so these are actually worse in endless. What a shocker of an ending. Not what I was expecting at all. I just realized I wanted to do a run with all of them, but I don't have a Dream Gary, and unfortunately I don't have a way for a dev to spawn me in a Dream Gary, so I'll definitely have to do that testing run at a different time. Let me know though, were you guys write down in the comments below, did you guys think that these were going to be better? I still think that these are definitely better use for your boss battles, so I think these two have to come out on top for me. But that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos or updates. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.